In the last session, we have discussed about science, its branches, then living science and non-living science, that is physical and biological science. Then we have discussed about physics. Thereafter, we discussed about the various branches of physics. Then scope and excitement of physics. Thereafter, we discussed about physical quantities, including scalar and vector quantities. Now, we'll discuss about fundamental quantities. Usually, we take three fundamental quantities, that is mass, length and time. But in all, usually it is in 7. Its number is in 7. We are having 7 fundamental quantities with 2 supplementary quantities that are in total number is 9. This is plane angle and another one is solid angle. Now the question arises is, what are fundamental quantities? We can say the fundamental quantities are those quantities which are in simpler form. That is, we can derive other quantities from these quantities. The basic form of quantities, we can call them as fundamental quantities. It includes mass, and we know the unit of mass is kilograms. Length in meters. Time in second. Current, it is measured in amperes. Amount of substance, this is in moles. This is luminous intensity, that is light, it is in candela. Next is temperature. Temperature is measured in kelvins. Plane angle, its unit is radian and it is steradian. These are the basic fundamental quantities, but we take only 3: mass, length and time. And next thing is derived quantities. What are derived quantities? Derived quantities are those quantities which can be derived from the fundamental quantities. These are more in number as compared to the fundamental quantities. Example is speed. We are having number of examples: velocity, acceleration, etc. Force. These are common derived quantities. Now, why we have talked about these fundamental quantities? I'll let you know. Suppose we take the simple quantity, that is, let it be area. We know the unit of area is, let it be side into side, square. It is side square. Its unit is meter, it's meter square. Now we want to know about the dimensions of this area. How we take 3 fundamental quantities: mass, length and time in basis. Do we have mass included in this side? No. So we write 0 here. Do we have length? Yes. Side is length only. So how many times length appears? 2 times. We'll write it as 2. Is there any time quantity? No. We will represent it 0. So these are called dimension. We can find dimension using these 3 fundamental quantities. Next example. Let's take the example of volume. Let it be length into breadth into height. You can write it as meter into meter into meter. It's meter cube. So if we need to write its dimensions, it will be no mass is included, so 0. How many times it appears? 3 times 0. This will be the dimension of volume. Let's take another example of speed. Its formula is distance upon time. And if we talk about its unit of distance is meter, and that of time is second. Meter upon second. We can write it as meter second inverse. If we need to write about the dimension with no mass is included, we write m0. How many times this length appears? One time. We write L1 and time minus 1. This will be the dimension. This will be the dimension of speed. So next thing is unit. Now the formula of speed is distance upon time. Its unit is meter upon second. That is meter upon second, and this second it becomes inverse. Now its dimension. Is there any mass quantity? No, we'll write it as m0. Is there any length quantity? Yes. It appears one time. It is minus 1. This will be the dimension of speed. Next is unit. We know about many physical quantities. All physical quantities have a particular or specified unit. So how do we express this unit? These units of the physical quantities, they also change with the course of time. In the later period, if we talk about the 17th century or 18th century, we were having different type of unit from that of now. It was CGS. This is CGS unit. We had talked about three fundamental quantities, that is mass, length and time. C means centimeters. G means gram, and S means second. If we talk about CGS system of unit, in CGS system of unit, we take three fundamental quantities, that is mass, length and time. In CGS system, we measure mass in grams, distance in centimeters and time in second. Thereafter, with a change of time, next system appears, that is FPS. Again we have three fundamental quantities. Here distance is measured in foot. Mass is measured in pound. Whereas time is represented in second. Next system of unit, MKS. Distance is measured in meters. Mass is measured in kilogram and time is measured in second. And our last system of unit we have now is SI system. This SI system, it is a modified form of MKS. We measure, or you can say we represent distance in meters, mass in kilograms and time in seconds. Whatever be the physical quantity we are having, its fundamental, or you can say we are having its SI unit. We need to express a physical quantity in SI unit. Let's take some examples. Mass already discussed, it is measured in kg. Thereafter time. Time is SI unit, it is not measured in degree Celsius or degree Fahrenheit, it is measured in Kelvin. We have a Kelvin scale. Then we have force. Force is measured in Newton. We have a number of physical quantities. Distance. In SI system of unit, distance is measured in meters. Velocity, its SI unit is meter per second. This unit, if we talk about the unit, SI unit, this unit should be globally accepted. Means we are having number of countries in the globe, all will be having this mass in kg, time in Kelvin, force in Newton, distance in meter and velocity in meter per second. No one will take mass in gram or whatsoever. In SI unit, all will be taking it as standard. These all quantities are having a standard unit which is accepted globally, and these are called as SI system of unit. So,